Who's that guy?
Never heard of him.
Sure.
I was trying to remember. I actually said, like, who are you guys? Like, at work. Like, I actually did, like, the thing.
Wait a minute.
Like, wait a
Who
second.
are you?
Oh, man. What the heck was I even talking about?
Best. Are you?
I'm getting some music from somewhere, and I have too many windows. Like, where's that coming from?
This is your sign.
There it is. I found you. Okay, that must mean that we're live, but people are watching ads unless they've joined. There we are.
I had
It
to
works.
watch an ad.
I had to watch an
works.
ad on our own channel. Like Ryan Turford was streaming, and it's like, hang on a
That's
second.
weird.
I know, like it was logged in as carpool. So there you
that's
are.
weird.
Man, what a
No,
difference
they
a
don't
week makes, you
discriminate.
guys. We've
Yeah?
lots to talk about. Yeah, well, I mean,
We
I
do.
played Rabbids, so I wasn't going to do that.
That's true, actually.
Definitely wasn't going to
There
do
you go.
that. I was pretty clear about it.
You've got a couple little updates to make on the show
Yeah.
this week. There was that. There was the whole actually you can save in Mario Maker or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. Actually, on that note, I need to have, there's so many screens. That's the one thing about having everybody on
no.
the ultra wide. I can't really like partition anything off, so I actually need a separate. I need a separate thing here. I need my laptop to go and do this for me. But even as I say that, I'm all cropped off to the side. So I don't know what I did. I broke something. There we go.
Get you
I
another
fixed it.
Switch. Another Switch.
Another
Why not?
Switch, maybe. Well, if they would announce another Switch, I would buy it. I think. Not this
I think
Pokemon
we have a question
thing.
about that too. There's so many questions.
I
We got so
know.
many questions this
I'm
week.
like so much for
Holy cow.
the whole like format and everything, and we'll just kind of see
Yeah.
what's going on during the week and whatever. It's like, hey, does anybody have any questions? Like 1 or 2 would be really great. Like what?
Because they know they'll be we actually answer them.
We actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
true.
look, people didn't like unsubscribe. They didn't leave us. We got this new show, and people are still here. It's all
We
good.
only lost that one person.
Oh, I know. What else do I have to? Okay, so I was wrong about Bayonetta. You just said what the heck? Oh, the saves.
The saves
Yes,
thing. Yeah.
yes. Mario Maker saves. Yes. So many things, but I feel like when I was typing this out, like these are things that I can talk about, but also like it's a very similar approach that I do for We the GamerCast, where it's just me, so like who cares?
Right.
But it's like I don't want to just like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put myself last. Last.
Okay. Last.
There, that fixes everything. I did it.
That's it.
He's like, does it though?
Probably
That's
not.
Does it?
though.
Probably not. I need
Seth
more.
has 1 item. Sean's got
yeah.
5.
I've been up to one thing this week, so we can talk about that. a
Well,
little bit.
technically, the extra life thing is like part of the things, so we can put that here.
That's
can do that.
true. Yeah.
And we're just crushing the Nintendo dads. Like it's just embarrassing
Good.
for them. Oh my gosh.
They should be embarrassed.
You think that the dads would be able to raise money for the kids, but more like Nintendo dads don't. Wait. Carpool does what Nintendo dads don't.
Don't dads.
Yeah. Take that, you big buttheads.
Crushed them.
Turn this
Killed
car
him.
around. We left him on the curb.
Oh my gosh. Back to Winnipeg.
Oh.
Going to Winnipeg.
Man.
I don't know what we're doing, you guys.
I don't know.
Whenever y'all are ready, I can
I'm-
start my
I'm-
little
I'm
doodad.
I am good to do whatever. I think I'm good. I just clicked something.
Are we good?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yes, everything's good.
Nothing's
Hi.
broken.
I don't think so.
Hi.
Not yet. Hi. I don't have a drink though. That is a problem.
That's a problem. Go get
We're
your
supposed to
not
have
a-
like, aren't we supposed to have beers? Like, isn't that the new thing? Like,
I have one in the fridge, but it's all the way
that
over
is
there.
not helpful for me. Like, even remotely.
You got to
like-
be on an airplane. You're gonna be like,
Pretty soon. My flight leaves
Yeah.
at 5:45. It's 7 o'clock my time. So technically for an international flight, I should be there like at least 2 hours early, which puts me at 3:45 at the airport, which puts me at like in my car at about 3 o'clock because it's at least a half an hour. So I don't know what I was thinking choosing this flight time, but I'm in for a bit of a rough ride, you guys. I'm not going to lie. I was up at 5:30 this morning. It's been a day already.
Holy cow.
Woo, let's do this. Yeah.
Right on time there, Ryan. All right,
That Ric Flair.
let's do the dang thing.
Let's do it.
Hey y'all, welcome to the 78th episode of the Nintendo Drive for Carpool Gaming. Zooming into your ears, screens, ears, and hearts this week. But first, consider following us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Carpool Gaming. If you like what you see on YouTube, give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you don't miss out on our content. And if you love what you see and want more, be that driving force and support us over on Patreon at patreon.com/Carpool Gaming. Speaking of Patreon, we would love to give a special thanks to our newest supporter, Tech Mike. Also, Skinny Matt, who returns as a gold member. Woohoo! All the links to our socials and where to follow us will be in the description box below, but play that sweet intro.
My friends, we are back with another episode of the Nintendo Drive. We have plenty to discuss this evening. I don't even know where to. We could have had like 6 thumbnails for the YouTube video this week. I'm very excited to see you.
I know. There's so much. Consider I'm just sitting here holding my Gengar plushies, and I'm just like, consider the Gengar. You know?
We all brought one in today.
We all have our Gengars. Yeah,
All have
that's the best
Gengars.
one. Lockless definitely wins. We're just like, I mean, this looks like
Yeah.
something. This looks like Lockless is really great at carnival games, and Seth and I just are like, we got the entry prize. Like, we just get the leftovers.
We got the Happy Meal toy.
Yeah, like
Lockless got
Lockless
the
to
good
grab the baseball and like broke those plates. Like just broke the crap out of those plates. You guys have those games?
That's the Build-A-Bear one, I think, right?
Yeah.
It's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big squishy one takes
Yeah.
up my entire lap.
Did you put a heart in it? Did they make you put a heart in it?
So there was one other child in the store, and they had me do the heart, like put the heart in it, but I like distracted the lady so that she wouldn't have me like do like the rub the heart together and do the special dance and all that
The
stuff.
dark ritual.
Yeah, I didn't need to do all of that. So I just said, here you go.
What if it
and
comes
was
to life?
Well, then it'll be on theme for
Tempting fate.
For him then.
Like, I don't really believe in it, but I'm not going to mess around with a Ouija board. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not going to do. I don't do like the Bloody
Avoid all
Mary
that.
in the mirror. Like, no thanks. Like, probably not going to happen, but on the off chance, you know, I don't like jinxing things. It's no good.
Oh well.
That's true. Yeah, it was cool though, because it occurs to me that this is our last episode before Halloween, because our next episode will go like right after Halloween's already
Right.
over. So a little bit of spooky vibes going on in the Nintendo Drive tonight, I think.
We can tell everybody what candy we got. What did you get?
Oh
Next
my
week,
gosh.
we'll go. I actually get to go trick or treating. Like, I'm back in it, you guys. It's the best.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
You get to circle
Kids are
back.
very
yeah.
excited. Yeah, last year we went trick or treating, and I've lived in this house for like 10 or 11 years or something like that, and there hasn't been a whole lot of people moving. And there's a person who lives down the street, and it's the house that does Christmas like the greatest. It's like Santa's house is like there, like the North Pole is at my neighbor's house, and he's lived here forever. And then we go trick or treating, and I realize when my kids knock on the door, he opens the door, and it's my old boss from like my first job selling home theater equipment, like back at Canada Future
Wow.
Shop, Canada Best Buy, like forever ago. I'm like, you are my neighbor, like you changed my life, dude. Like that's incredible. Like he's an amazing person, and he's like 4 or 5 doors down. It's crazy, just all because of Halloween. You never know who's living next to you, so go trick or treating. That's the message.
That could be uplifting and threatening.
Terrifying.
You never
Yep.
know who's living. That's a Halloween message to send along with the folks.
Definitely.
Oh
You
my
guys never
gosh.
know where I'm going to go with this stuff, do you? Because I don't.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think you're even fully aware.
Mostly, no. I start a sentence and only about 80% sure. No, that's too high.
See
Probably
where it
about
takes us.
35% sure of where it's going to end. But
No destination.
No.
All right, well, we've got a lot to cover tonight. So let's
Yeah.
find a destination, talk about what we've been up to, what we've been playing. I think, Lachlan, let's start with you. What's been going on, my friend?
Several things, actually. A lot of fall updates with games lately. There's a recent Scar update in Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I've been playing that a little bit. I've been planting all of my pumpkins because that's the best way to make money, apparently. And recently, there's like a Blood Moon festival in Cult of the Lamb, which I have not played yet, but I am going to be playing it either this week or this weekend for sure. And just to give a little sneak peek for that video, I will probably also be dressed as
ooh,
lamb
Yes.
for my video.
Yes. Metalocalypse
So-
appears.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my
I got
gosh.
my whole costume together. I still need to make part of it, but it's a really easy. Once you kind of take all the pieces that make that little lamb, it's pretty simple. But a lot of fall stuff, and I'm almost done with my Animal Crossing island, which is so ready to be done. This will be my 5th one that I've finished.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably be done by next week. So
Heck yeah.
4 months to do the whole thing.
It's a concept
one
that
took-
is so foreign to me. Being done with it. What does that even mean? And
It's completely decorated. I don't want to make any more changes to it.
that's the thing. That's the thing that I struggle with. How can you be so sure? Maybe you want
I'm
to nudge
gonna
that
say
little.
it's done, and I'm gonna save it, the dream address, and just yeet it out into the void, and I'm gonna be done with it. And then I have no option. I can't go back. It's
Send
been
it on its
yeeted.
way. It's in the people's
Just
hands
find a
now.
catapult somewhere.
Pretty much. I have to do that, or otherwise, you're right. I probably would change things.
Just a little tweak. Just I better probably just check in on it. It's been at
There's-
least
there's too
17
much.
hours.
There's too many games.
I'm
Sean,
proud of you
should
for
know.
that. Yeah, no, that's good. It's good to have. That's why for a long time I really struggled with even multiplayer centric games because there is no end, and I really was locked in on just single player games. That was it. So I get it, but I don't know if I'm still all the way there.
But that's all I've been playing.
Yeah.
Seth, what have you been playing?
Just Mario and Rabbids.
Yeah,
That's it. That's literally it. That's all I've been
Yes.
doing. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I really, really love it. And I know that Sean, despite last week saying that you weren't planning on getting it, I believe due to some unforeseen circumstances, you were playing it as well.
Very positive, unforeseen circumstances,
Yes.
and also because I really made a deal out of it last week. I'm like, I've got to get this under control. I've got a bit of a problem, so I can play the games that I've got, and I'm happy with that. That's all good. And I even said I'm going to wait for a sale for this game. I said all the wrong things, and Ubisoft, who's been very kind to carpool gaming for a long time, reached out and said, hey, just so you know, you can ask for one if you want. I'm like, I mean, okay, but this is what I want to say before I jump into it any further. A little peek behind the curtain. I asked Garrett and I asked Seth, what's your deal with this game? Because if you want it, you can get it. And they're both I've already picked it up. Or I think Seth, you were you're on your way. And I'm like, you can still stop, or you can turn around.
I had already bought it. I already bought it, came home, opened it, had it in the Switch, was about to fire it up. I was day one on that bad boy.
So I tried to provide the code, but you guys are far too kind, I guess, to me. So now we're all playing it. So today I think we'll do a little bit of impressions. I think is in order because I've been able to dive into it. But then also I'm traveling this week, and then Extra Life is next week, which we'll chat about. And then I think that's when we'll probably do a bit of a review discussion. So
yeah, so the plan, I'm gonna do a solo review for Carpool, and then
Nice.
post Extra Life.
Yes.
Sean, Garrett, and I will do kind of a full review discussion and stuff together, and that'll be super fun. So you'll get a bunch of Mario plus Rabbids,
Yeah.
coverage here from Carpool Gaming. And yeah, dude, the game is so good.
It's
like
so
it's so
good.
much fun. I am loving like it's funny because, you know, there are some games where sequels are like just kind of like more of the same or whatever, and that would have been okay. But this game has actually, for me anyway, made the first game impossible to go back to.
I kind of agree.
Impossible.
Yes, yes. I remember seeing videos, kind of previews of it, and the way you move around, like the battlefield, going from the grid to a little bit more freeform, like that broke my brain. I didn't understand. I'm like, that obviously is not going to work. And is that maybe one of the things that you're talking about, Seth? Like, it's so freeing. The way that it kind of, the implications it has on team jump, which I think is just so good. You're gonna have these characters that are gonna be able to move like maybe a little bit. Some are gonna be moving a lot, and the way you put them in the right place so that they can team jump and then dash into somebody else, and then fire them twice, and then set Luigi to make sure that he can like hit somebody if they're gonna dare to move.
So OP in this game. He's so OP in this game.
Oh my god! Oh, totally. Yes. Oh, I just want to take a breath for a little bit. Yeah. No, Luigi is. I mean, I think Luigi was pretty good in the first one.
He was.
But
they're all really good though.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too, is like every character feels like worthwhile.
Yes.
Like there's no like this character's like left in the dust or whatever.
Oh,
they all feel really good.
Mario's behind. I checked out his butt and there's no junk in the trunk.
No, yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Like do a couple
him to the
squats
curb.
or something, man. Like come on, let's
Figure
get
it
at
out.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's-
Mario,
man.
I'm not using Mario very much. I'm using
Me neither.
Rabid Peach and a character, I don't know if it's a spoiler or anything, but a character that you don't know. And and Luigi. Yeah, so sniping the crap out of people from all over the place.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, and I just love like the structure of it. I think is so much better
Agreed.
than the first game, because like the first game was really just kind of like point to point. There's like a little bit of exploration on like a very rote map or whatever.
Yeah,
But this
like the
one, you're
overworld
dropping
kind of
into,
thing. Yeah.
yeah, but in this one, you're dropped into these worlds that are like fully open and like you're exploring, and it's just it's so much better.
I'm glad you brought that up, because to me that's the biggest deal. And actually, in a weird way, it reminds me of Ukulele and the Impossible Lair, where the overworld was actually like maybe the best part of that game, and that game was great through and through. But that game, like this game, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, I spend probably actually more time wandering around, seeing like what secrets there are. There's like little puzzles that you can do along the way. There's all these things. I'm still quite early in the game, so there's these things buried in the ground, and there's like little stardust or something kind of floating up. Like, gonna need something there. And I was actually playing with my son Lincoln. He's 5, and he's recently learned how to play chess. And I think this must be his first like turn-based game he's ever seen. And I was trying to explain to him how it's a little bit like chess, and he got it like instantly. Like, oh yeah, this character can do that, and that character can do that, and he's helping me like, okay, this time you have to defeat this many enemies, and he's counting. He's like, okay, do this. He's backseat gaming the whole time. Like, it'd be annoying if it was somebody else's kid, but you put up with it. No, but it's very, very sweet. So he's thinking he's like helping me beat this game, and kind of like very surprisingly has become a bit of a game for him and I to play together. So he really looks forward to playing with me now. So yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool. Yeah, I have just played nothing but this game since it came out. Basically, since like Friday night, I put like 20 hours in this game already. Yeah. It's like all I'm doing.
It keeps kind of changing. It's not just that turn-based strategy game. It's not just like level to level, let's just like grind this out. But I like the leveling system. I like the sparks. Like you kind of have the Rabbids, but they're the Lumas like kind of combined.
Luma Rabbids.
So and they even like say like we should call it this. It's like we're not calling it Luma. We can be we can be more creative, I guess, than just slamming the names together. But they mix things up perfectly well, and I love it, man. Yeah. Oh, so like there's so much here, but there's other conversations I know we need to have.
I know.
It's
we
really good.
Yeah. It's really, really good though, you guys. And we shouldn't cannibalize our review stuff too much. But rest assured, there will be much, much more Mario plus Rabbids talk here in Carpool Gaming.
Definitely.
For sure.
Yes. I am glad I'm playing it. I will say that. because I would have missed it. I would have, and who knows what would have happened. I say I would have got it on Black Friday, but like there's lots that's gonna happen in between. Look what happened in the last 7 days, man. Like so much has changed. So who knows?
Yeah.
Pokemon's coming out soon.
I know, man. Pokemon's coming out. We got our Gengars. But yeah, that's literally it for me. I'll shut up now. What about you, Sean?
No, I don't want you guys ever. I want you guys to. I want to hear from you.
Sean, we have several things in your little bulleted list over here. So what you got for us?
Nonstop. I need to like sleep or something, man. Holy cow. I need to address. I got Mr. Badbit here in the chat. Let's talk about Bayonetta 3. On this iteration and on mostly on the last iteration of the Nintendo Drive, I have been saying that Bayonetta 3 is primed to disappoint. Probably going to get a 65 on Metacritic. I definitely did not pick it in our Fantasy Critic League with Mr. Babbitt over at the Trophy Room. And I couldn't have been more wrong. I don't think I've ever been more, like, absolutely incorrect in anticipating what a game's, release is going to look like. Now, I haven't played it. I don't think any of us have played it. But reviews came out today, so I've got to eat a little bit of crow because it's, like, sitting at, like, a 90 and primed for, like, Game of the Year type of territory kind of chat. So let me have it, you guys. Like, you know what though? Just give us that sweet engagement juice. Leave your comments below about how wrong I was. I'm fine, but I get it. I don't know. I thought it was gonna like run poorly, and I still don't even know if that's the case. IGN got Call of Duty's review completely wrong, so who knows about review scores? You know what I'm saying? Just throw that onto the fire. How about that?
Just throw that in there. Why not?
Just completely
too much water.
Unnecessary.
7.5. Yeah, that's the problem with Bayonetta 3. Yeah. I mean, look, it's a Bayonetta game, man.
Yeah.
They're all
great.
amazing. Yeah, they're all amazing. Like Bayonetta 2 is the best character action game of all time until apparently this one. So
I've never heard of that as like a genre description.
That like
game?
Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, heard of them.
Yeah, and it's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. Despite we talked a lot about like the controversy and everything last week. I don't know that we need to, spend too much time on it.
Agreed.
But I know that some people did want to like have us at least touch on the kind of updates to it and stuff like that. I think we got a question about it actually.
Yeah, there was one kind of lower down in our notes, but basically Quagmire asked now that Anna Taylor is going back on what she originally tweeted. They're disappointed in how the situation was handled because even though she was, misleading the industry issue, like voice actors not being paid very well still remains. How it was handled and brought up will most likely keep an actual industry change from occurring. Any thoughts on this development?
I mean,
yeah,
I think we said a lot of things about this last week, as you guys mentioned, and I feel like we tackled it in a really like pretty measured way. And even though information continued to come out after that episode, I still feel good with what we said. And I don't feel like I've got to go back on Bayonetta. I've got to give a correction for like Mario Maker. There are saves. I just didn't realize that the game had been updated. Like I've been wrong about a lot of things. And this is actually a particularly sensitive issue. So I'm pretty glad that like we kind of said what we said last week. It's really, I said in the Discord, and I'll kind of repeat it here. When you're trying to initiate change in a positive way with respect to equity and fairness, you don't lie. You don't tell partial truths. You don't like, and I think that's maybe where we can start to split hairs is like, is that the same lying and not telling the whole truth? But not a great way to go about doing that. And really I think just in the end, the voice acting community suffers because it's a swing and a miss in a bit of a big way, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, I'm really proud of the conversation we had last week, and I think we said it really well. I'll point people back to last week's episode if you want kind of deeper thoughts on the situation. I think Sean, I think you nailed it. I completely agree with what you just said. I don't know that we need to, dwell on it for too long. I think we've pretty well covered it, and I think that the amount of information that's out there now, if you were on the fence, I think it's probably, pretty clear which side of the fence you're going to fall on one way or another.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a bad person regardless of what you want to do. Just, play Bayonetta 3 or don't play Bayonetta 3. Like, moving on with our lives.
Pretty much.
Pretty much the gist of it is we're just out here playing games, having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, if somebody else doesn't want to play it for their own reasons, then that's their prerogative. And if I want to play it, then that's my thing. And I think we covered it pretty well because we kind of already knew it was muddy anyways. So I think we did a good enough job last week. So
I'm not playing it for my own reasons. This whole 90 business, and I was completely wrong about it. I'm not going to get over this anytime soon. Like, I am very, very hurt. My feelings, my pride, my ego, I can't bring myself to it. I hope there's a demo, though, because, like, apparently it's great. Like, everybody says, like, apparently I'm missing something here. I just don't get it.
I'm very excited for it, personally. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be reviewing it for Carpool as well. So I've got 2 back-to-back Seth reviews y'all can look forward to. So, yeah.
We have so many reviews coming out, dude. Like, and we have so many of you. Like, everybody's playing something or 2 or 3 games all at the same time here. This is amazing. It's like the dream come true. Love it.
So many things happening all at once. But there is another question that's semi-related to the Bayonetta thing. Ngachacha in Discord. I'm just going to hit it now since it's kind of related. He says, based on reviews, it sounds like Bayonetta 3 is a certified banger.
Nice.
Sorry, Sean.
So the question is,
I don't mind it.
What do you want next from Platinum Games for the Nintendo platform? Bayonetta 4 or Astral Chain 2?
Ooh.
And why is it Astral Chain 2?
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah,
it's a very Ngachacha.
Yeah, there it is.
How did I still not see it coming? I still didn't. I'm sitting here going, like, what would I pick? And then, you did it for me.
He's always got to put his own answer at the end of the question. What would y'all pick?
Go ahead, Seth. I think I need to confirm something off the side here.
Sure. So for me, I was surprised that he didn't say like another Nier game, actually, because I know how much he loves Nier Automata, and I think that's kind of, first of all, I love Astral Chain as well. I thought that was great. Like, I really enjoyed that game. I think it's like the perfect kind of like, let's get a sequel and really refine, what we put up in the first one. Game Positive here in the YouTube chat on youtube.com/carpoolgaming, where we do this live every week, says Vanquish 2, please. I would also love
nice
a
pull.
new Vanquish. Nice pull indeed. Vanquish 1 is my favorite third-person shooter of all time. I love that game. So that would be great. But yeah, I think Astral Chain 2 is probably the most likely. The first game sold really, really well for a new IP. I think it's the perfect time for it. Bring it on.
Can I give my quick answer? Because mine's going to be very fast. I have not played any of the Bayonettas, and I have not played Astral Chain. So I literally watched the trailers for both of those, like the latest. And Astral Chain, like the soundtrack, fire.
So it is great. Yes.
Like, I'm all about like music and games, so I feel like I would get pretty pumped playing that game. Just music alone. But that's all I have to say on that.
I was glad I checked myself before I wrecked myself, because I thought Platinum Games had made at least a couple Transformers games. They did make Devastation, but I was really wanting like War for Cybertron, which apparently was High Moon Studios.
Oh, those games.
That's where I was going to go. That game.
Yeah.
So good. I have to admit, I didn't finish Astral Chain. That's an ongoing theme for me. This is the Nintendo Drive featuring one of the guys who doesn't actually finish anything. But Astral Chain got kind of complicated for me. I'm not going to lie. Like, there's a lot of systems in that. It's like, oh, by the way, there's this monster who kind of hangs around you, and oh, you can do like this cool move with it. And by the way, there's all this, like, it just kind of kept going. And I'm a dumb idiot, you guys. I can't keep this stuff straight. So the one thing I would say about Mario Rabbids is it's a little easier, and I'm okay with it. Like, it's still pushing my brain to the max. I've got to pull up Task Manager on my brain a little bit and just close other things down. But yeah, Astral Chain would be cool to see. I do hope, because I think Platinum Games is an important developer in the industry, and they've been kind of like, who the heck knows? And obviously there's a lot of stories going about this game. I do hope that this gives them a little bit of breathing room, that they can make something else. They can explore a little bit. Maybe, go back to some of those franchises we haven't seen in a little while. So, yeah, that'd be kind of nice because they really are all over the place. Wonderful 101. Did we ever get a Wonderful 102? You know?
No, we got the remastered, which did come with like some new content and stuff, but that was about it. They are doing I will say this. They're doing like a Project GG or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like a big like kaiju sort of game, and we don't really know much about that.
I'm down for that. We don't have enough of those. That needs to be a whole new genre.
Yeah.
Just kaiju games. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down for that too. I mean, I do like Platinum. Removed from everything going on, I like their games.
Yep.
I have liked basically everything I've ever played from them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool. Well, hopefully that answers your question, Ngachacha. I do love how nobody was like Bayonetta 4. Like we got the third one's just now coming out, y'all.
Yeah,
Cool.
like I feel like we're so close to like the third, so.
Took us like 8 years to get this one. Chill out.
That's why I thought it was going to be a 65. Like it got announced with a JPEG logo at the Game Awards like 40 years ago, and then a bunch of nonsense. And the first trailer we get is like 16 frames a second. I'm like, this is a 65. So like, I had a couple of reasons at least.
Yeah.
And like the dude like had Scalebound get shut down. How many years ago? Like there were reasons. All right, there were reasons.
They pulled off that Phil Collins against all odds.
I guess so. Wow.
Sean, do you want to make some extra life announcements before we get into some of this other stuff?
Yeah, speaking of all the trash
it
talk,
time?
the Nintendo dads are going down. Get out your shovels. We're burying all the Nintendo dads. But we're going to see them in person in Rome, New York. I'm starting, whether they realize it or not, I'm starting a rivalry with them. We're both part of Team Phoenix Overdrive, raising money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals in North America. Carpool Gaming is teaming up with PS Trophy Room and Save the Game Media. We're combining forces. We're like the Megazord of fundraising teams for Extra Life. We're giving away a whole bunch of great prizes. And as of this morning, we're $1,700 towards our $5,000 goal. And that is awesome. That's a huge amount of fundraising that we've done. And we're still like a week and a half away from game day, which is incredible. We've got great prizes. Every $10 you donate gets you in for a prize. And earlier today on Twitter, I did tease that Locklith drew little something something. Just an absolutely mortifying illustration. And what are we going to do with this? It does look a little bit like a Jar Jar eyeball. And what we're going to do with that, you're just going to have to wait and see. We've got some surprises coming up for everybody. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody who's donated so far. You're already entered in for all the prizes. We still got more to come. And yeah, game day is going to be there. We got a couch we're all going to be sitting on together and lots of really cool stuff. I think we'll probably start things off with a little bit of Jackbox, but from there, who the heck knows, man? Like sky is the limit. 24 hours isn't going to be enough for us to play all the games that we want to do together, so I cannot wait. Tomorrow I fly to Chicago. Next week I fly to New York. Then I take a train. We're going to go do it, man. It's going to be amazing. Oh, you mentioned Quagmire, by the way, you guys. Did you see? He posted a picture of his family, like in the Discord. Dude, Quagmire's like very handsome. Holy cow! Like,
oh, I gotta see this.
Oh, you didn't see?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Quagmire. Yeah, we just see this name in the Discord. Very kind, very encouraging, and then okay. Oh, I see you. Yeah, see.
All right, Quagmire.
I see you, buddy. Yep.
We see you.
John 1 minute is trying to start rivalries with the Nintendo dads.
I'm a very
the next minute is
passionate
calling
person.
people like gorgeous. Like you're all over the place, my dude.
I think I'm done with the. Well, who knows? I shouldn't say anything at this point. I don't think I'm gonna throw any more shade. But I got Bad Bit in the chat here, trying to get under my skin.
There's been plenty of shade going on over on youtube.com/carpool gaming.
Yeah.
Like we say every week now. It's always an experience seeing us live or just watching the video feeds. There's always show and tell over here. So definitely subscribe if you haven't. And
Speaking of show and tell, where did it go? Oh, it's up here. I was packing for my trip, and because I started to actually clean, I found my new 3DS, and it's got a Smash faceplate on it. This thing is
Oh.
incredible. I
So
adore
sick.
this thing. This would have been the last thing that I would have been playing with. And I thought, okay, what the heck is in here? And I'll show you guys. It's the greatest golf game ever made. Super Mario
Yes.
Golf World Tour. There you go. That's what was in there.
Man,
From
remember when Mario sports games were good?
those were the days. Those were the days.
Those were the
man.
days.
Holy cow.
Bet you're wearing off on everyone in here
Mm-hmm.
with your shadiness. Everyone's got shade to throw.
I know. We're supposed to be so like chill and wholesome and everything. It's just like nothing but garbage to
Hey, we were
sling at
nice
each
to
other.
Mario Rabbids.
And
We were
Quagmire.
nice.
True, but now Bad Bit's here, and we're all like throwing shade, and it's just what he's peer pressure for sure. But so this is, I guess, technically like our Halloween episode in a way.
Yes. Spooky.
So it's the last episode before actual Halloween. And there was an announcement today. Pokemon news alert if you haven't seen it. There's a new ghost type Pokemon that they out in the tubeverse called, how do you pronounce that? Greavard?
Greavard, I guess. Yeah.
Greavard, yeah. It's like a doggo with like a little
Little
flame
candle.
wick candle head.
Yeah.
It's like a what do you call that? A shepherd dog or something like that? I'm not even
Sure.
sure what type of dog that would be. But it's a ghost dog
He's a
with
floppy-
a flame.
Cute little doggo.
Yeah.
Not
yeah,
aggressive at
super
all.
cute.
Like for the ghost type, like definitely not like, it's not gonna come after you,
Yeah.
not gonna haunt you in your dreams. Just super cute. Yeah.
It's not uncommon to get cute ghost type Pokemon, but guys, I was a little disappointed by this one. I'm not gonna lie. I know he's very cute. Don't get me wrong, he's very cute, and I like him. But this is like the first brand new like ghost type Pokemon reveal. I was really hoping for something creepy, and especially like looking at the information we know about him, I was kind of like, okay, like I was kind of thinking maybe this is because it looks like he has a Litwick on his head, right? And I was like, maybe it's like a Litwick possessed a dog. That'd be kind of weird and cool. But it's just like this dog who like they just kind of wrote this like, yeah, he's cute and he wants to be around you all the time and he's like a great faithful companion and like, oh, like
And will
also
steal
I
your
guess he like
soul.
I guess he drains your life force if he's near you or whatever. It just felt like they kind of just forgot they were making a ghost type Pokemon, and then at the last minute they just threw something spooky in there.
The dude,
like-
all the like previous like ghost types we had and their like backstories of Pokedex and all that.
Yes. I don't know. Like there's
I'm a
some
sucker
really
for
good-
an adorable little dog, and
Me
I need
too,
to
but
have
we already
all the
have
Pokemon
that.
dogs on my team.
Yeah, but we already have a lot of dogs and cute stuff. Like give me a creepy ghost, man.
Well, if
That's
you
what I
could,
want.
so could get a little weird. Just gonna say that. Like maybe down the line there was a purebred version of this that wasn't a ghost type, had no candle, but somewhere along the line, how do you say it? Graveyard? What are we calling it?
Greavard or something.
Greavard?
Yeah.
Whatever the heck.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, one of those doggos met a Litwick, and they got it on.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's not what I'm saying. But
I think that's what you're saying.
But like Litwick is a ghost type Pokemon. It'd be kind of cool if a Litwick like possessed a dog or whatever, and then you got Greavard.
Yeah, possessed.
That's
got it
yeah,
on.
That's what
Whatever.
I thought. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. In Super Mario Odyssey, it's captured. Whatever you want to call it. So, it's whatever. But
I'm
so,
shocked.
I mean,
What do you okay, like? I don't get it. I think you're just trying to ruffle feathers here, Seth.
I think
No.
I think he's continuing the shade, Sean. That must be what it is.
Yeah,
I'm somebody who is I love Ghost type is my favorite Pokemon type. I'm a passionate fan of Ghost type Pokemon.
Just like
so I was
Litwick
kind of
and
hoping
that.
for a little more.
and dog. By the way, breaking news. We haven't done breaking news on the show in a long time.
Snap.
McBale, who Rybo usually wants us to ban, McBale, just became a patron over at patreon.com/carpoolgaming. Thank you very much, McBale. Welcome
Thank you
on
very
in.
much.
Enjoy all that
Yeah.
exclusive content. You're at the exclusive tier, so enjoy all that stuff, including a 4-hour episode of Sweet Hangs with Donnie Reese and I. And God only knows what
my
we talked
God.
about. 4 hours straight. We barely even took a breath, man. We just I listened back to it, and it's just like topic and topic and topic and all these things, and it's crazy. So very
Holy
cool.
cow.
That show is it's great just to be able to catch up with a friend once a month, you know? And Donnie and I definitely do that for 4 hours. So enjoy that, McBeal. I wanted to load up my Pokemon Go so I could kind of look through a bunch of ghost types to keep up with you guys. I've got to jog my memory a little bit. Got to yog my memory, the soft J.
Well, yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun. Well, okay, first of all, while you're doing that, we did have a question from Antics in the Discord that kind of relates to this, especially after the announcement of Grievard. They ask, who is the best Pokepet so far in Generation 9? They list Sprigatito, Fido, Grievard, or the obvious answer, Wiglet.
No!
So, yeah. What do y'all think is the best pet that we've seen? We have seen a lot of pets so far.
I like it. Lachlan, what do you think?
What do you think?
I hate to be all about the new one, but Grievard just is so cute.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was a fan of Fido when I first saw that one, when they announced that one. What's that little olive one? There's like an olive one
Smoliv.
too. Smoliv.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like a cute, adorable little Pokemon, and Smoliv's got like a little squinchy face, which kind of makes it ugly but cute. I don't know, but I just want all the dog Pokemon. So like Grievard. I'm gonna say it differently every time. I think that's probably my favorite because I have 2 dogs. I'm just a dog lover. What can I say?
I might have to go along with you. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at Fido right now. I forgot, and like looks like Layla, like Leia.
Leia,
from Star Wars. Got like the buns on the side. I don't know if
Totally.
I don't know if I like that very much. Definitely not Sprigatito. Consulcato.
Spaghettio.
It's not Spaghettio. Certainly not. It's
It's just a green cat.
pretty much.
It's a green cat.
It's a green.
Fell in some green paint. I mean, that's what it is. Kato says Grievard is repulsive.
Wow.
Will not stand.
I can't go repulsive. Like I was like upset with how like not creepy it was, but I can't go repulsive. I'm not gonna go that far. It's cute at least. Yeah, for me though, it's Fido. I really hope that with Fido, I hope they do like what they did with Alchemy in Sword and Shield, where there were like different forms. Like Alchemy would look like different flavors of ice cream. I would really like them to do that with Fido, where it's like here's a pretzel Fido, and and that'd be great. We'll see.
The more I look at this Grievard, the more I like this guy. Like the shaggy, like that you can't even see. He's got so much fur over his face and his eyes, and it's got a big old chomping jaw. Oh my god! How can you not like this thing? It's not. What
I do like it.
Hot trash in the summer, Kato. Zip it. All right, Kato. Like that's enough. That's enough trash talk of my sweet Grievard. He's like a big tongue. Oh my gosh. How can Seth, and you too. All right. You can't be
It's just not creepy enough. It's just I need creepier. I need
He's got a
my
candle
boy.
on his head. What
Not
else do you
creepy
want?
It's gonna be. There has to be something else that they just aren't. You're not gonna see until you play.
Steals your
like,
life source.
Here's the thing. Okay. So in all fairness, and I had a couple of people on Twitter mention this to me. It seems like it's based on this Japanese thing called the Inugami, which is like ghost dog kind of thing, which is fine. Like that's cool. I just I want that stuff on Front Street. That's what I want. I want it on Front Street. I want to know. I want you to tell me. Get creepy about it. I don't know.
Maybe it's yet to be seen. What did we see? Like a 45-second thing with like 15 seconds of it being the Pokemon logo?
I have an open mind. Yeah, I'm not,
Doesn't sound like it, Seth. It sounds pretty closed.
It's not ghost enough yet. I have an open mind.
No, yeah, I do.
Yeah, play it back to the open mind part. Play it back to the part where it sounded like super open minded. It sounded like you'd made up your mind. You and Kato.
Based on my
trashing
first
this.
impressions, okay. Kato has a closed mind. All right. Well, speaking of creepy Pokedex entries, though, I did think it'd be kind of fun, just in the spirit of Halloween and everything, if we mentioned some of our favorite, creepy ghost type like Pokedex entries and kind of tell ghost stories a little bit here on the show. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I know for sure Lachlan and I have one.
Yeah, got mine. I got mine
What's
ready
yours?
to go.
Read us your ghost story, Lachlan.
Didn't know a lot about this Pokemon before like looking into like the article that you sent us or whatever that kind of explains like the little Pokedex stuff behind them. But Phantom, the little Phantom, it's on the thumbnail if y'all weren't aware for this stream. So go take a look at that if you're unaware of who's Phantom is. But basically it says like after a lost child perished in the forest, your spirit possessed a tree stump, causing the spirit's rebirth as this Pokemon. And that is creepy in all sense of the word because children are quite scary. And I don't have any children of my own, so maybe that's why I said that. But just they don't have to do much. Like just a child in a dark space is kind of scary. So they've unfortunately perished and turned into Phantom. And
little tree spirits.
It's pretty cute, to be honest, too.
It is cute.
Yeah. Well, that's my little short ghost story, but that's something I learned today about that Pokemon because I was unaware of its backstory.
But they usually do have something like that, and that's what I was looking for with Grievard. I was looking for that. Hopefully in the full game we get something like that. Because boy, oh boy, do I love a good creepy Pokedex entry.
Maybe you don't want to
think,
know.
Sean?
I just think you might not want to know. It could be a little too far. Maybe that's why they're not telling us yet. They still want you to buy the game. And it's like,
well, maybe.
Cubone should be a
Miller
ghost
here.
Pokemon. Yes, Robbie Bobby Miller. Yes.
So, interestingly, Sean held this up, if you're watching the video version, showed the Alolan Marowak, which is Fire Ghost. Yeah. And I love that design for Alolan. And what's interesting, Cubone has like a famously sort of dark, backstory as well, where like the skull on its head is the skull of its dead mother and stuff like that. So that's why they kind of went for ghost type with Alolan Marowak. So that does track. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but that would be my favorite, as it turns out.
Yeah.
I don't listen. I haven't. We talked about this last week. I don't know what the heck's going on with Pokemon.
I just love
trying to catch up.
This is like the one thing that I might have over you, Sean, is just a little bit more.
There's no might about it. There's no might about it.
Knowledge.
Yep, I'm trying to catch
Seth
up.
knows way more, but I have just a little bit. So it's funny when you're like, I don't know, but I like
that
it.
one's cool. He's got flames in his stick, and he's looks like a.
Let me tell y'all.
Looks like a voodoo prince.
Yeah. I want to tell y'all about Frostlass. Okay. Frostlass. This Pokemon was introduced in Gen 4. Okay. And you can see Frostlass in like Pokemon Legends Arceus and stuff. Not a very creepy looking Pokemon.
Nope, I already don't like where this is going.
But let me tell you about Frostlass. This is from the page that I'm looking here at Bulbapedia. Frostlass lives in snowy areas and has the ability to freeze foes with its negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit breath. It is thought to display its victims secretly after freezing them. It enjoys preying on handsome men climbing in the mountains. It also likes to take Pokemon, but its favorite food is frozen souls. Frostlass is known to bring its frozen prey back to the cave it lives in before lining them up neatly. It also goes down to human homes to knock on doors during nights of blizzards. There is a legend that Frostlass will place curses on any men that misbehave.
Sully and Mike Wazowski better watch out.
It's horrifying. That's a fate worse than death, dude. Being frozen by Frostlass?
Should be fine.
It's horrible.
Should be fine.
On me. Gonna prey on me, according to that description.
And then line you up neatly, like all, in her weird collection of frozen souls and whatnot. Oh my gosh. That's the creepiest one for me. I've seen some creepy ones. That one creeps me out.
Creepier than that is Ryan Turford in the chat saying, or I should say Brian Murford in the chat saying,
Brian Murford.
Souls.
I'm imagining Homer Simpson, like, souls.
God.
So you like donuts, eh? Right. I'm realizing nobody knows Simpsons quotes anymore, so forget it.
Can't relate.
Dang it.
Relate.
Great Treehouse of Horrors episode.
Yes,
Homer eating all the donuts.
Good old Treehouse. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You looked like you were flipping through your little Pokemon.
I
book
was trying to
there
see if
with
there's
your-
any like information I got. I put on my reading glasses.
Yeah.
So I could try to flip through my book. Yep, read my stories.
Like reading your stories, finding a good ghost type in there.
Yeah,
searching.
there's nothing. There's no ghost section,
Yeah.
or at least not from what I was flipping through. So yeah, Alola Marowak. That's my guy.
I'll take it.
Yep.
What is the Pokedex entry? Let me do a little live Google here of Alola Marowak. I want to know what the Pokedex entry is for Alola Marowak.
I do like his like design though too. Like I remember getting real excited playing Pokemon Go and catching one of those. Like a lot of the Alola ones I like anyways.
Big time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, this is pretty intense. This is from so in Pokemon Sun, its Pokedex entry is the bones it possesses were once its mother's. Its mother's regrets have become like a vengeful spirit protecting this Pokemon. But listen to this. In Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, it has transformed the spirit of its dear departed mother into flames, and tonight it will once again dance in mourning of others of its kind. I
That
love
is
that.
so metal. I've chosen the correct one. I just needed to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's my Pokemon. Yes. That's awesome.
Wow.
Does that happen in the game though?
Well, I mean, none of this. It's a kid's game, Lockliff. None
Yeah,
of this stuff's
well-
happening in the game.
I mean, I just was genuinely curious because, like, I'm playing Let's Go Eevee, and I'm like, I haven't gotten to that part yet.
I haven't seen them dancing in the flames of its dead mother. It's like,
I'm like, I have missed out. What is happening? That should be
metaphor,
my
guys.
this game's
spooky
metal.
game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, something semi Pokemon related, not to go off a little bit, but Chibi and Discord shared the Splatoon and Pokemon like Splat
Oh
Fest,
yeah.
like collab, those like upcoming like keychain set. It's through the My Nintendo like rewards,
Yeah.
and they look kind of cool. At first, I thought it was only in Japan, but I guess not.
Japan.
We're getting them too. Yeah, we're
Okay.
getting them too. I got a little bit of an Alola Marowak bone to pick with Splatoon on
Ooh,
that.
good one.
Because
That's a good one.
here's what annoys me, right? Because we
Oh.
have this collaboration. Here's what grinds my gears. We have this collaboration coming up in it's November 11th, I think. I think it's the week before Scarlet and Violet, if I'm not mistaken. We're having that 3-way Splatfest, which is great. Okay, and we've talked about that on the show before. But there's no like Splatoween. Where's Splatoween at? I miss Splatoween. Where is that?
They
Oh.
already got our money, you guys. We already bought Splatoon. You don't need anything else. That's it. We got what was the crappy Splatfest we just did? Nobody liked.
that gear grub and fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what
I was
saying.
really hoping for Splatoween. I was like, we got, whatever, it's cool. We have the Splatfest come up for Pokemon, but we're still gonna get Splatoween, right?
I'm so
but no.
jaded, man. You're right. Oh man. I
You just forget about it, you think, or it's just maybe too much?
I don't know. Too much. I mean, that's my thing is like they sat on this game for a while. We ended up getting it when we did, and it had like issues and stuff at launch, but like I think a lot of people are already sort of like looking for more content from it. And we're getting Splatfests and things like that, but where's the big run update? Where's all that stuff? I was hoping for Splatoween. Disappointed.
But would that take away from Rabbids though? Like let me take my jaded hat off a little bit. Like the focus this week is Rabbids. You can't have a launch of a major game and then go like, by the way, this is over here. Like that's too much. We can only handle so much, Seth.
You got Rabbids one week, you got Bayonetta 3 the next week. Then you're flanked by Sonic and I mean, there's always going to be stuff, especially in this time of year. So like, is a little like 2-day event for Halloween and Splatoon, is that so much to ask for?
Apparently
In
it's
Splatoon 2.
a lot.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. In Splatoon 2, they had like costumes you could get and put on. It was super cool. And, it's a bummer.
I do. You know
Hopefully
what
next
though?
year.
I will agree. I do need a little help and a little bit of a nudge back to Splatoon because
Right.
I haven't played it. It's there. I bought it. Y'all wanted me to buy it so that we could all play it, and I don't know. But this Mario plus Rabbids, I'm sticking with it, you guys. Mark afterwards.
I was about to say you were gonna just do like the campaign until this
that was my decision.
wonderful opportunity came up, and you were
Changes
like
everything.
Mario Rabbids.
Why do I make plans like at all? Like why do I even think about the future?
Why think about the future?
Why
at all?
think about the future at all? Honestly, just be in the moment, man. Seriously. Except for right now, I'm also trying to figure out what these rewards that you guys were talking about. I was gonna see what I could check out.
Nintendo.
Oh my gosh, the Animal Crossing ones are so good for October, you guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the icons. Yeah.
Again, I don't know any of their names except for Al. Definitely the best one.
Just Al.
Al's the best. Oh, this guy Raymond, I think. I think Bobby.
Yeah,
really liked
he's
Raymond.
the new one.
Yeah, Bobby liked Raymond a lot. That's
I was about to say that was another one of his faves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah, Bill, Raymond, into Al.
Al was not a fave.
2 truths and a lie.
Yeah.
Short, stern list.
Oh my gosh. We have a lot of console and like handheld questions too that I'll probably just cover since it's
Okay. Let's do it.
similar in a way. But Blaze Knight asked in Discord, what are some of your favorite Nintendo games stranded on old hardware?
Ooh.
Big question, man. There's a lot.
I had to make notes this week for sure with all these questions.
Go for it. Yeah, I would love to hear your answer to this.
I think I don't know if it's much an answer. I guess okay. So I technically have 2 answers, but I'm just gonna go with the second one. I have not played it. I eventually would like to get it, but it's expensive, and I know I've mentioned it before. But Chibi Robo.
Yes.
Oh, nice one.
Oh,
yes.
I love that game.
I would like that to come to Switch at some point, or just another one. I don't know, or something similar. I've never played it, so I don't really know what it's like. But I've seen like gameplay. I've seen people hype it up. Obviously, it looks right up my alley and something I would enjoy. So yeah, that's kind of just stranded the GameCube, and seems like it will be for eternity unless something happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that studio unfortunately closed. Skip Limited. They're not around anymore. But they made a lot of really cool games, and I love Chibi Robo, especially that first one. That's a very special game. There's an indie game. I think I've told you about this, Locklet, but I'll say this just to the audience. There's an indie game on Switch called The Spirit and the Mouse. That reminds me a lot of that original Chibi Robo, where it's just like you're just this small creature in like a big world, and the entire point of the game is just to make people happy. It's just a very wholesome, fun experience, and it reminds me a lot of Chibi Robo. So,
Yeah, I did write that down. I do need to
yeah, it's really good.
probably get it, but it's on my list.
Yeah.
My never-ending list of games that I want to get, and just save them when they're ready.
Yeah. What's the second one on your list?
Well, it kind of goes into another question, but I'm playing like Animal Crossing, like the population growing. It's on GameCube too. GameCube is the first thing that came up because that's another console that I've actually played on, and so that's one that, due to the game that I can play daily. I don't play it daily, but it is something I could play daily, and like whole dynamic with the villagers is completely different than New Horizons. You don't have that spicy dialogue anymore, unfortunately. So that's something that be in a future game, but I highly doubt it. So it's just stranded over there. But they always do different versions of Animal Crossing, so I don't know if it's really stranded, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What do you got for this one, Sean?
That's what I'm wrestling with, is like, how old does it have to be, and like how stranded? Like, because like I got right behind me, Metroid Samus Returns is technically on old hardware. On Switch, I think this would be amazing. Also behind me, one of my favorite 3DSs is the A Link Between Worlds, one of my favorite games of all time. Like, it's not, but like, so that 3DS is there. This 3DS is in my hands. Like, I can play it. It's not really completely out of reach, but I would love for these games to make their way over to the Switch. Another game on Wii that it gets brought up like every once in a while. It's not a Nintendo game. It's a Capcom game, actually. Zack and Wiki. It's a puzzle. It's like a point and click kind of thing that you had with the Wii remote.
Yes.
Which was excellent, and it's like, oh man, what a missed opportunity for a genre to be reborn on a console. The old point-and-click adventure games like Full Throttle and Grim Fandango and all those old Lucasfilm or LucasArts games could have really had a real life on the Wii. But Zack and Wiki is great, and we do have our Joy-Cons. We could be doing that kind of thing.
It'd be perfect, dude.
Totally would work. I think that's going to be my formal answer. I feel like there's a couple others that I think like totally makes sense. A lot of Game Boy games. Donkey Kong Land, Mario, like 6 Golden Coins, stuff like that. But Zack and Wiki is very, very cool. And I just ended up I just have it. I don't even remember how I came across it, like why I would have chosen that. But it was a different time, the innocent times. I wasn't listening to podcasts. I wasn't really up to speed on like everything. I just looked at it and went like, this looks cool. And I guess I just bought it. Like, I don't even remember. It wasn't a memorable moment or anything. It's just, I have it in the other room. It's very, very neat. Yeah.
What a good game that is, too.
Yeah.
That was, and I think it came out at like a budget price. I think it came out at like 30
$40
bucks or something.
Yeah, if here would have been 40. Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was one of those things you just see it on the shelf. I do want to shout out Ryan here in the chat says Yoshi's Safari.
Oh, wow.
Yoshi's Safari is such an underrated game. And people I remember when the first Mario plus Rabbids came out, Mario uses a gun? What is this? No, that was not the first time Mario ever used a gun. Yoshi's Safari, Mario uses a gun.
Actually,
exactly. So Yoshi's Safari is super underrated. That was an on-rails shooter as a Mario game.
Yeah, man.
And it's super good. And you fight Bowser in a mech suit at the end. It's legit. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
A lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's sick. My
UN Squadron. I got to say UN Squadron as well. For those who've been listening for a long time, UN Squadron, amazing, amazing game. Got to throw that out there.
Yes.
If you don't know what it is,
so
look it
answers.
up. So great.
I've got like a million answers to this. I'm gonna try to be brief about this, but so immediately Tamagotchi Life, Locklith. Yeah, I know you're a fellow Tamagotchi Life fan.
Yeah.
And we that would be so perfect on Switch. Like
that's true. I'm
especially
surprised
after,
I didn't think of it. I'm surprised I didn't even think of it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially like after Miitopia came over, like that would make so much sense on Switch. That'd be amazing. I thought about that. For the spooky season, I thought about Eternal Darkness on GameCube.
Ooh, that's the correct response.
Yeah, which would be great. Very like underrated game and very spooky. And,
yep.
Yeah, there are a million great. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, speaking of the GameCube, because Sean's here, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Kirby Air Ride, which, would be great.
Yeah, he would love to see that on Switch, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Put everything else on hold to make sure that this game comes to Switch. Definitely.
Stop the presses.
Stop everything else.
We need more Kirby.
Definitely.
Yeah, we need more of the little.
At least
little
a third game this
guy.
year. My goodness gracious!
I just imagine some of these, and there's certain like multiplayer centric experiences that I actually think would be great on Switch, like Kirby Air Ride. Had amazing multiplayer. I think about even like Four Swords.
Like
what?
Mario Golf. Get a good golf game on the Switch. Get Mario Strikers back from the GameCube or Wii. Get it on the Switch. My goodness gracious, what am I thinking? All the things that we've been hard done by and wronged on the Switch can be corrected just by bringing these games back up to the Switch. They are stranded, and it's an injustice, and I won't stand for it.
Well, what about another kind of relevant question was from Shy Guy, was should Nintendo leave its dormant franchises such as like F-Zero, or should they allow third-party developers to like revive them? Like, should they leave those dormant or should they revive them? What do y'all think in terms of that?
Bring them all back. Ricky. Every single one of them. F-Zero, Pilot Wings. How do we not have a Pilot Wings on Switch? My goodness gracious. We have 1-2 Switch. We're probably going to get another one. I think it's rumored that is happening. Throw it in the trash. Bring back Pilot Wings. Bring back F-Zero. Bring back Wave Race. Bring back Star Fox. I'm telling you. And my problem with the last Star Fox was not necessarily the controls, although that plays a part of it. I think it was just pretty boring, actually. Like, I think that was Platinum too. Damn it, Platinum! Come on, man. Not okay with this.
Yeah, that was indeed platinum. You know, I'm of two minds on it because on one hand, yeah, like the old, the old fart in me wants to see all of these come back, of course.
Yeah.
On the other
That's
hand, I'm
enough.
like, does it make? Yeah, I would be okay with it. I would be happy. Like my big thing, I would I would love all of yeah, F-Zero. I'm thinking about Star Tropics is another franchise that I love, and I would love to
nice.
see come back. Like old, franchises come back in the modern age, especially Star Tropics. I think could really work well if you kind of made it like an almost Uncharted kind of thing.
Wow.
Would be really cool. Imagine that if Nintendo had like their version of an Uncharted or a Tomb Raider or something, and it was just Star Tropics. That'd be sick.
They could totally do it. When you say Star Tropics, I picture the cover of early issue of Nintendo Power, and that's all I can really picture is that. Yeah, goodness gracious.
It's a great cover. And let me say this too, because one thing that you see a lot of in the indie space is you see independent developers just making this stuff themselves.
Totally. Yeah.
So, like, I'm hungry for a new Star Tropics, but Shinen made The Tourist, which just is Star Tropics basically, and then they also made the Fast RMX series, which basically just is
F-Zero.
F-Zero.
But it's
not.
I mean? But it's not. You're right, but you're wrong.
It's just they're just missing the characters. That's it.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't think the music was as like that. Might just be me being super nostalgic, but I feel like the music was such a huge part of F-Zero. So no, it's not Fast.
We're seeing a lot of indie devs doing the Thanos thing, the fine, I'll do it myself, Thanos thing. That's what they're doing. A lot of indie devs are doing that. So
and sometimes it brings them back. Like I would say that has a lot to, or maybe Samus Returns was the precursor to Dread.
Right.
So that they shouldn't all just be like dead and buried. Come on, man. Wave Race. Bring back Wave Race. We want to see
I would be very happy to see that. I think Shinen should make a Wave Race.
Sega needs to bring back on a Sega Drive. We need to have Sonic Spinball come back, please. It's been far too long. That game is great. It's not great.
That'd make me happy too. I don't know. What do you think, Lockleth? Should they do it?
Should they leave them dormant? I don't know. Like, I haven't played a Star Fox game in like a super long time. So like something like that, it would be interesting to see like on the new system, especially if you don't have the old systems, like you've never, witnessed them for yourself. I think it would be nice to kind of see them on a newer, system that would assume be able to handle it, but you never know. Maybe we need a new system before that's a thing. But yeah, I would like to see them. Like Star Fox was one that came to mind, and I was kind of jotting down my notes for the tonight. It's just kind of one that I would like to see and like play. Like I say I played it, but it's a lot of the times when I think back in games that I've played, I witnessed my brother playing it, and I didn't really get that experience as much. So it would be nice for me to actually have that experience. So like I have like Star Fox Adventures on GameCube.
Yes. That game is
What do you
good.
mean, yes?
I love that game. It's so
No,
good.
you mean no?
Yes. No, that game is amazing. They made Zelda but Star Fox, and it was super good.
Words matter. You can't throw amazing at
You
a
see,
game like
words
that.
are like bullets.
Words are like bullets.
I've played a little bit. I don't think you want my opinion yet because it's not favorable at the moment.
There
love
you
it.
go. Yeah, no, you can finalize your opinion. You're good. You're good.
Then leave it there.
You're fine.
It's just not it. At first, I was like, so we're on a pterodactyl and we're shooting at the ship that's in the air, and like that was a little confusing to me. And then we land, and then there's like these tornado type bad guys like coming after me, and I was very confused. I was
love
so
that game, dude.
so very confused.
And then you have
I haven't played
little
enough.
talking Triceratops named Prince Tricky.
I felt bad for all of the Triceratops too. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
Like every one I would come across that was like on the ground, I was like, oh, poor things.
I love that.
The
game,
conversation that's happening between you two right now is phenomenal because like it's like Seth is like completely unaware of what
Yep.
Lachlan is like saying, the tone.
I'm in my own. What she doesn't like about it is what I love about it. Is the thing. So
Yeah, that was really fascinating to watch. She's listing all these complaints and stuff like, yeah, this game's amazing. Like this
I
sucks
love
about
that
it.
about
this is
it.
stupid. And it's like, this is awesome.
But that's
This is
what
how
I love.
this is
Yes.
how you discuss games in a healthy way. One
Just-
person
I
can
agree.
say
Don't even
can say
acknowledge.
negative things, and the other person can be like, "Yeah,
What am I gonna
yeah,
do?
it is like
Argue
that,
with
but
you?
it's
Yeah.
great."
No. Those are exactly the things I love about it. I love that it's something different with that world and those characters. I love like it makes sense for, I don't need every Star Fox to have this weird little spin-off where it's just a Zelda game, an adventure game. I love that. I want more
a fan
stuff like
of
that.
keeping Nintendo weird, so this is completely
On brand.
on par for him
It's true.
to love something like that. It makes sense. But
All
there- like
these
I said,
games
there's-
you guys say before Turok, Dinosaur Hunter. Like really,
Yeah.
let's bring back the Dinosaur Hunter. Come on, man.
Crossover between Turok and Star Fox Adventure.
No, not required. No, thank you. Even if it means that Turok has to remain dead for another 25 years, if the only way was to bring it back to life was this crossover idea, leave it alone. Just don't dig
Hit
it up.
Star Fox with that cerebral bore, man.
Cerebral. Oh, see,
Yeah.
man. Slippy. Get Slippy with the cerebral bore. And just end it after all. Oh my gosh. I don't want to know what's inside that guy's head.
Holy cow. This took a dark turn.
well, Rybo,
Do a barrel roll out of the way of the cerebral bore.
y'all are on another planet to me right
Rein it
now
in.
talking about this. So Rybo asked in Discord, what is your favorite, using Rybo's phrasing here, what is your favorite ever in life game on a Nintendo system? Is it better left in the past, or would you rather it be remade? And that's kind of similar to the dormant thing, but
Yeah.
I guess it's in a way similar. But I don't know. Is there a different answer to this type of question? Would we pick something different? Well, what's your favorite Nintendo system?
My first cheat answer is Mario All Stars, the original on Super Nintendo. It's just like the highest bar for a remaster. I don't even know if it's ever been matched. It just like completely blew us all out of the water. Everything's there. If you didn't know anything about like Japan versus America in terms of like what Mario games you got, it's like the Lost Worlds. You have to wrap your mind around that. Holy crap, that was great. But yeah, a lot of my things kind of carry over. UN Squadron. I did really enjoy playing pretty much every version of Street Fighter 2, Turbo, Championship, all the different things. I have some really special memories playing Killer Instinct and KI Gold, which was on 64. But like just destroying my thumbs. I'm so bad at fighting games now, but that was so dominant in the early to mid 90s. Just like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, Clay Fighter, of course.
Yes.
Definitely we're in there. But yeah, UN Squadron. Got to throw a shout out to NFL Blitz, Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey, stuff like that.
Good one.
Also Stranded. Yeah.
I thought about you. Or do you have any different answers than we've already
Mine's
talked
quick and
about?
easy. My favorite ever in life Nintendo game is Majora's Mask, and they did remake it, and it was amazing on 3DS. So that's my answer.
This should have been like the application questions for the new co-host.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I would have failed. Yeah, I wouldn't have made it.
It would have rated us accordingly, wouldn't it? Yeah, mine really isn't much different. But there was Kevin Ainsworth, or the Muffin Mon, in Discord asked about Game Boys, and I always think back like to playing on the Game Boy when it comes to Nintendo, because a lot of the
Yeah.
things I played was more so handheld on a console. So he asked which version of the Game Boy was your favorite, and I list out here in our notes like all the different ones because I had to like look it up to see even how many there were. I was just unaware. I had the original Game Boy, or my brother did, and but the one I always think back on is like my Game Boy Color. Specifically, I had a teal one, but my brother had a yellow one, and those are the two that kind of stick out to
The
me.
Pokemon
as-
one, the yellow
yeah.
Pokemon one. Yeah. Yeah.
Did it have to be a Pokemon one? I feel like there was just a
Well,
straight yellow.
They did a straight yellow. I think that was the Game Boy. think it was the Pocket was straight yellow.
Yeah, and the original brick ones had colors. I had a green one. Yeah. Shout out to the Micro, Game Boy Micro. Pretty rare. And if you do see one with a charger, then that's the real deal, man. Usually you can only find one with just the. Have you ever seen one? The little Micro. It's
they're
very
super tiny.
Very tiny. Yeah, 2 little buttons on there. Chelsea's got one somewhere in this house. Yeah, super cool little side project. But I think that's one of those. If I remember correctly, like I think the Advance was coming out or had come out already, and they kind of were late to the game on getting it to market. So didn't really take hold at all because they obviously were moving on to more powerful stuff. So it's always interesting when that happens. I think similar with the Wii, like that. Remember the Wii Mini, the black one without Wi-Fi or something? Like,
like black and red.
Yeah, we've got something. We got it in the other storage room over here. Just these weird little devices. Every once in a while, Nintendo does.
Yeah. I mean, I love the original Game Boy. I'm always going to have a soft spot in my heart for that original Game Boy, with that contrast slider and stuff like that. I love that junk. And, talk about Nintendo games that need to be remade. There are a million Game Boy games that could use a remake. Like, if they remade Donkey Kong for Donkey Kong.
I'm telling you, man, that's my first game. That's just a default answer for me. Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. Yep.
Yeah, I mean...
Kirby Pinball.
You'd get a nod out of me if you said Kirby's Dream Land 2. That game is very good. That game's really
Super
great.
Mario Land 2.
6 gold coins.
Super Mario
top tier.
Dude, that game is incredible and it deserves like a really good remake because people sleep on how good that game is.
Big time.
Yeah.
And speaking of sequels, like you go from Super Mario Land 1 to 6 golden coins, holy crap. Completely. Oh yeah, like it's built.
They're different games.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. So I have a huge the Game Boy is an amazing library, and I would love to see a lot of those games remade. I do still really love the GBA SP, though. Like I really love the SP. I like the backlight on it and everything, and it's flipping. It's all cool. It has like the two.
That's the only one I had. I never had the original Advance. I just had the clamshell. That was the one for me.
Yeah, the original GBA, you had to buy those weird little like worm lights that would like shine a light on it because it didn't have a backlight.
Oh yeah, we had that for the brick ones. Yeah, magnifying glass plus lights plus speakers plus whatever else.
So crazy.
Yeah. It's probably why our wrists are all broken now. We're like, oh, it's because we're at a keyboard all day. It's like, no, because you held on to like a 5.5 pound gaming device when you weigh 28 pounds.
A million accessories on it. Weighs a third of your weight.
Seriously. Even just the batteries alone. Go pick up a bunch of batteries. When was the last time you held a bunch of AA batteries?
GBA SP was had the first rechargeable battery as well.
Yep.
So that was sick. Yeah. Shout outs to GBSP.
Yeah, man.
So many questions this weekend. We have several others too. It's just looking at the time, and we've been yammering about for quite some time. Yeah. I think I am gonna save some of these, but to shift gears, I always got to show my little physical, like I mentioned.
Yes.
It's good to watch the video feeds. So I've got my physical to show y'all today. And so today's episode brought to you by Luigi's Mansion.
Yo.
GameCube.
You got I played the bangers. Yes.
Not bang the mic as I'm doing it too, literally. It's just to kind of lean into the spooky ghost spirit that we have going this week. Luigi's Mansion.
I love that. Luigi's Mansion 3 is so good, by the way, on Switch.
I haven't played it. I'm actually playing this one, or I've only dabbled a little bit in the GameCube games. I haven't sat down. Like I said, handheld is my sweet spot. So sitting in front of a TV is not something I tend to do, but
Luigi's Mansion 3 has co-op. You and your husband can play it in co-op, and you guys have a blast playing it in co-op. Yes. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Really good.
I've watched the intro to that 5 times. That's as far as I've gotten on that. But because I'm an idiot, there's a ton of sales on right now for Halloween. Like Bethesda has a sale. I just bought all the Doom games for sale. They're like $2 each. Doom 1, Doom 2, and Doom 64. Bought all those on Switch.
Yeah.
So gotta get on that.
That reminds me.
Oh.
I just got the Amnesia collection
Ooh.
on Switch for $3. It's
Wow.
$3, right? It's normally 30. It's 90% off.
What the heck?
And I mentioned that because we covered that on the Backtrackers, not this past one, but the one before was on Amnesia. And our current games for the Backtrackers, we're actually, for the first time ever in the Backtrackers, we're doing 3 games right now. Tetris Effect, Sayonara Wild Hearts, and Gris.
Yes.
And yeah.
I'm excited.
That's
3
awesome.
excellent games.
You know, and I think Backtrackers are onto something. The video game book club for Carpool Gaming, join the Discord. I think that you guys might be onto something with this because it's a bit more of like you're casting your net a little wider. Because I haven't played all 3. Tetris Effect is one of my favorite games ever. Grease I've played maybe the first half of it. I will now go back to finish it. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time for the 3rd game, but like in any case, even if I don't play any of those games again, I feel like I can join this thing and have a great discussion about one of those games and then hear people talk about those other games. Like, I think this is awesome. Whosever idea this was, like, high five. Definitely deserves a raise of some sort.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah, I'm actually I think I'm gonna be there. It's been a minute. I haven't been since like when we discussed like Spirit Fair like earlier in the year.
Yes. That's also on sale. It's going to be done by maybe by the time people are, it's very inexpensive. It's like $10. I'm a step away from picking that up on Switch.
Someone was telling me that Cult of the Lamb was on sale, but it's not on Switch. It is for, I think, at the Cultist or Cultivist. I can't remember what it's called. There's a specialty version of it too, where it's like $1 less than the original like Cult of the Lamb version. So if you play Switch, you can get $1 off and get a little bit extra with the Cultivist version.
That's not really the sales we're after here. We're going like 70, 80%
Want them 90% off.
I know. I did originally get Grease on sale, I think, for like $3 or $4 last
Gorgeous
year.
game.
And that's how I ended up playing it. That was my heightened eShop sales era. And so I just bought it like on a whim, but I did like kind of look at like the art style is essentially what won me over. And knew that the soundtrack would hit like really well too. I have it saved in my Apple Music. I listen to it all the time. Excited to talk about that with the Backtrackers for sure.
Yeah.
You said the era of eShop sale. Are you saying that like that's done? Are you not?
Oh, it comes and goes. It's a wave.
You brought up GameCube with Luigi's Mansion, and the spooky game that I played. Technically, I played it on the Wii, but it was also on GameCube. Was Resident Evil 4. And there's a bunch of Resident Evil games that are on sale. There's a Capcom Halloween sale as well, you guys. Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5 and 6, and Revelations 2. They even threw Monster Hunter Stories 2 in here. That's not a spooky game. What are you doing, Capcom?
Well, yeah, that game's like forever on sale. It's like always $30. It's never not on sale.
Not for me. I bought it full price day one, and I played it for 12 hours. I think I got through half the tutorials.
Yeah. There's a lot of good sales though, man. I'm telling you that Amnesia collection for $3. I already have those games on PC. I bought it again on Switch because why not? You know.
Kato in the chat asks, has anyone played Cult of the Lamb on Switch, Lachlan?
Yeah, definitely me. I haven't witnessed the bug that McBail is mentioning, but apparently that's a common. I think it's common across all of them. I just depending on how many followers you have. I think somebody said I'm really not sure, but I haven't. I don't have that many followers. I haven't witnessed that yet, but I am going to be playing a little bit this week and this weekend possibly. So we'll see if I hit that wall, but I haven't gotten to it, and I'm not sure exactly what the bug is. I think it's like maybe it slows it down or something to that effect. Yeah, haven't playing it on Switch, enjoying for sure. But Sean, where can everyone find you?
You can find me in Canada at the moment, but I will be in Chicago later this week.
Yeah.
But if you want to really find me on the internet, It's usually on Twitter at Sean Capri, Sean like Connor, Capri like the pants. And just gotta say, the Discord is on another level lately. Like basically, once we started this show with you guys, and I don't know, something's happening. There's some magic. We say good morning. It's very, very nice, actually. Like you get into the general chat, everybody's like wishing each other a good day. It's very like cordial. Like good day to you. Oh, good day to you. So join the Discord. Everybody's very sweet. Hello, la la la.
La, la, la.
Oh, can we please start that? Can somebody? I don't want to do it because like we started, but somebody listening, can tomorrow's greeting? Can we? Maybe that's what we'll do at the end of this. Yes.
Belly thing.
Yep.
Yes.
La la la.
Oh my gosh. Seth, what about you?
I want to echo that. Join the Discord, y'all.
Yeah,
It's an amazing community. We're not just saying that. Join the Discord, please. Come and chat with us there and be a part of our shows. But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at $2 Hero. I do a podcast called All In. You can listen to me there. I do YouTube stuff. Yeah, I do a bunch of stuff.
And y'all can find me here on YouTube at Lockleth or Lockleth TWT on Twitter. Still haven't figured out how to get just Lockleth over there, but thank y'all for hanging out with us for today's episode of the Nintendo Drive. Put that like button if you haven't already. Fuel this carpool in the comments below by answering, what Pokemon are you the most excited to get in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Let us know in the comments below.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of the new Nintendo Drive. Now, before you drive off, be sure to like the stream and subscribe here on YouTube and follow us at Carpool Gaming on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you liked what you saw and want more, be sure to support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Carpool Gaming.
Geek.